Hello again. I am doing my top 5 most fun equipment of the nations lists. And I have gotten to the USA. And I have my top 5 ready for you guys, ready to go. Number 5. For me, that is a unit that Daniel, my friend and fellow member of the club in the basement that I play in, he introduced this unit to me, and I don't think it's very good at all. But Daniel thinks it's good. And he has so much fun playing with this unit that I sort of fell in love with just his enthusiasm for this unit. And it is the Marine War Dog, which is, if you know it, it's like one Marine dude with dog that he I think he gets tough fighter or something, and he can have a submachine gun. And the only special rule that it has is that it discovers hidden troops a bit better. That's it. That's all it can do. But it's just so much fun to watch someone try to make sense of something and fall in love with the idea of something. And it doesn't really work, but they keep on trying, right? They like it or something. And that's fun. It's fun. It's fun with a dog on the tabletop as well. That's not a Russian bomb dog. I like it. My number 4 is the gyro stabilizer for veteran tanks in the US. I really like this concept. It's unfortunate that it's so expensive because a veteran tank that can move and shoot without having that minus, it really makes that tank so much better. I wish that it was cheaper, because then you would never leave home without a veteran US tank, right? But it is expensive, and thereby it's not very competitive. It's just so much fun. It's so fun to just have a tank where you run 9 up and people are like, oh, well, I'm in cover, you're not going to hit me. And then they, boom, you put your HE on them because you hit them because, hey, I can move and fire. It's one of the only times where you can sort of buy your way into a benefit for your tank where it becomes better at shooting its main gun. So the gyro stabilizer is my number 4. My number 3, you'll recognize this if you watch my video on British equipment, and that is the American version of the land mattress. I think it's called a 15 millimeter or something, rocket battery. It's just so useful. It's fun to play one. It's not fun to play many, but it's fun to play one, and it's even fun if the enemy has one, because making them work and trying to fight off pins and trying to think your way out of, okay, I shouldn't move up to that house because he has a multi-rocket launcher. So all of that it makes the game more interesting if you have one. So multi-rocket launcher, place number 3. My second place, which many people might find controversial, is the American rifles. I think it's a bit of a pity that the US rifles, they carried a lot of different carbines and rifles, and they're all basically just lumped into one group called rifles. But it is what makes the American Army. It was the American doctrine of move and fire and their semi-automatic rifles that really made people stop and think when they designed bolt action, maybe we should do something. And that is where the American gets their special rule, their move and fire special rule. Because they had rifles that were just better on average. They had higher rates of fire. So this really reflects their equipment advantage over other nations. I find this really good. And it really works with the American special rules as well that benefit rifles. So, of course, rifles is my number 2. Many people might think that it would have been number 1, but number 1 is way better in my opinion. And that is the BAR. The BAR is the only LMG-ish weapon that that benefit from the American move and fire rule. All other MGs or MG-like weapons get minus for moving and shooting. The BAR does not, because it is a rifle. And it has 2 shots. Yes, I know it's not a lot, but think of it like this. If you buy an LMG for your squad, you'll have 4 shots, but you're taking out 1 extra man, and it'll cost you 20 points. A BAR is way cheaper. You can divide it into different people, so that a sniper, you won't be that vulnerable to a sniper taking out your LMG. And you will not lose many shots because it's only one guy, right? It's not a team weapon. It's just one man with a BAR. It is an awesome weapon. It is an awesome weapon. I would highly recommend American players to carry BARs in their units, especially if they're units that go on the table. If you're running engineers and flamethrowers, that's a whole different thing. But BARs that are going for units that are foot slugging, yes, take 1, take 2 if you can. It'll give you extra range, and they're just there to deliver pins to the enemy. That's what they do. And that is all you need. With 2 shots, that's all you're going to get most of the time, but that's all you need. So that is my top 1 choice of fun equipment for Americans. Cheers!